Okay, so today we'll be doing the installation how-to video of the AMG GTS vent. So when you open the box, you'll see this piece, which is the driver's side, and this one, which is the passenger side. Let's leave this here for now. And you'll be also getting these tabs marked D for the driver's side and P here for the passenger side. This one goes for the passenger side vent, and this one goes for the driver's side vent. Okay, so make sure you don't get that mixed up. So what's interesting about this one is this here, the longer one goes to the upper part, and the lower one, the smaller one, goes to the lower part like that. You can see it's pretty much like a copy of the shape here. This one too, it's like a copy of the shape here. And this one is actually used for to mount onto the back of this vent, okay, to have go onto the flange of the AMG GTS. So the first thing you want to do is you want to set these here, and this one, how it's kind of hooking up towards the front, that goes to to this side, the front side of the car. So the kind of a quick measurement you want to start with over here is 75 millimeters, and here this edge to this edge is 70 millimeters. So you want to start from there, and then what you want to do is quickly just put a double side tape along this edge, the sculpted edge, and just tape it on here just briefly, and put a tape around here along this edge, and then just tape it on so it's like a secure and solid. Okay, once you've done that, I'll show you this in a part 2, but let's pretend that these are taped on here, right? Then you want to go to your GTS and just, after removing the vent, just put it on and just wiggle around and see how they fit. Okay, and then make some minor adjustments. If you have, say, okay, I need to maybe move this a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right, just for the better fitment. Once you have found the perfect location, mark these area with a pen or white marker, and then now you want to use epoxy of some sort, and the epoxy through here, and glue this thing to the correct location. Okay, and at the same time, on this flat edge, this is where you want to put a stripe of this 3M or double side tape, and then that is where you get attached or taped onto the flange of the vent on the AMG GTS. And I'll be explaining more in depth of the detail on the next video as well, or the second part of this video. Then I'll show you how the kind of flange kind of works. So it should be probably around this area. What's really important though is when you're gluing these, make sure they're not an angle. Make sure they're kind of a very nicely angled like that. So they're nice and flat all the way across. So that's the kind of a way you want to do this. Another way you want to do this is maybe when you put an epoxy on here, and as it gets cured a little bit, so to the point where it doesn't really fall off, then you want to put a tape on here, actually install it onto the car, and just leave it there actually, and then that should secure it up very nicely. Another thing that this will come with are these mesh vents. These are very easy to work with. You can cut them with scissors, so there should be enough material for you to kind of just cut into shape. You can cut scissors through here. You can bend these very easily with just the hand. So you just want to kind of place around here, and then just spread some epoxy on the top edge or maybe in the bottom edge, and that should secure very nicely. Just make sure you cut this part off. Okay, so that is the part 1, and then I'll get to the part 2.